Hey everyone, welcome to TnSportsChat presented by Lehigh Valley Health Network. I'm Patrick Matsinko. This is a special postseason edition of the show. I'm going to kind of try to encompass boys and girls basketball and wrestling. All are either getting ready to begin district playoffs or will be beginning, actually all beginning on Friday night. So definitely a lot to look forward to. In basketball, we have the Palmerton boys earn the #1 seed in Class 3A, and they will face Panther Valley in an all-area semifinal matchup. Certainly a lot to look forward to there. In addition to the Bombers and Panthers, we also have Weatherly in Class 1A, Marion in Class 2A, Northwestern in Class 4A, and Tamaqua in Class 4A that also qualified for the District 11 playoffs. We have 7 area girls teams that will be a part of the postseason, led by #2 seed Jim Thorpe. The Olympians are a part of a 7-team Class 4A field. 6 other area girls teams are also going to be a part of the postseason. We have Marion in Class 2A, Northern Lehigh in Class 3A, Palmerton in Class 3A, Northwestern in Class 4A, Tamaqua in Class 4A, and Pleasant Valley in Class 6A. So definitely a lot. We have 13 Times News area teams in total. The tournament got underway with Class 6A boys first round action on Wednesday night. We have 4 quarterfinal games involving area teams beginning on Friday. So with those games, we have Marion taking on Williams Valley at 6 p.m., Tamaqua taking on Pine Grove at 7:30. That'll be part of a twin bill at Martz Hall. Then we have Northwestern and Bethlehem Catholic at 6 o'clock at Whitehall. And then we have Pleasant Valley Girls against Nazareth, 7:30 at Catasauqua. So a lot to look forward to there for those teams. Saturday is also going to be busy. We have Marion Girls against Williams Valley at 4 p.m. and Tamaqua Girls against Wilson at 7 p.m. That'll bookend a triple header at Martz Hall. And then we have the Weatherly boys in a double header at Lehighton. They'll be playing Lincoln Leadership Academy at 1 p.m. and Jim Thorpe Girls at 2:30 p.m. That will be the doubleheader at Lehighton. And then we have the Northwestern Girls against Allentown Central Catholic at 1 o'clock at Catasauqua. So definitely going to be a busy weekend for our area boys and girls basketball teams. So certainly if you have the time, get out, make sure that you can go check out some of these games. A lot of interesting matchups. Again, some that are double local, all area. So certainly a lot to look forward to, and hopefully we have some teams either bringing home district titles or, again, there's always a chance to advance to the state playoffs without winning a district championship. So depending on how far the teams get in the tournament. And to kind of recap as well with last week, we had Tamaqua boys and Jim Thorpe girls advance to the finals in the Schuylkill League basketball tournament. The Raiders fell to Pottsville 58-46. The Olympians fell to North Schuylkill 49-46. Close games, tough games for both of those teams. They've played extremely well this season. Tamaqua's Braden Knobloch, the Times News Lehigh Valley Health Network Athlete of the Week, had 22 points in a semifinal win over Schuylkill Haven, while Lucas Gregoire had 28. Knobloch had 20 points in the final loss against Pottsville. Marion also was in the Schuylkill League boys basketball playoffs. The Colts fell to Pottsville 72-50 in the semifinals. And in the Colonial League, we had Northwestern girls, which fell 49-45 to Moravian in the semifinals. Still a great season for all of those teams. In addition, the Tigers' Sydney Severine recently was named to the Colonial League Girls Basketball Coaches Association first team. Certainly a great honor for her. Lots of talent, lots of competition in the Colonial League, but again, in all of those leagues, the senior leads the Tigers with 11.48 points per game this season, and you know that she'll be looking to definitely make an impact once the District 11 playoffs begin. So certainly a lot to look forward to there. And the same goes for wrestling, which will begin on Friday night at Freedom and Liberty with the District 11 Class 2A and 3A individual tournaments. The area has 2 top seeds, Jim Thorpe, Derek Hunter, and Palmerton's Dennis Lombardi. Hunter is the top seed at 285 pounds. Lombardi is the number 1 seed at 132. Hunter has been really phenomenal all season. He was a state qualifier a year ago. He's won his 2nd straight title at the Coal Cracker this year. He was 3rd at districts last year, but was able to, again, get out to states. And he's really been extremely strong since falling to Tamaqua's Bronson Strauss 3-1 in the final at the Schuylkill League tournament. Hunter has won 10-0 during that, has gone 10-0 during that stretch. So really remarkable, and just kind of seems to be hitting his stride. Certainly something that bodes well for the junior. Strauss, a senior, was a district champion a year ago. He has been a state qualifier the last 2 seasons. He's the number 2 seed at 285 pounds. So I think it'll be a lot of fun to see if those 2 match up again in the final. We also have a number of area wrestlers that earn number 2 seeds. Jim Thorpe's William Schwartz at 113 pounds, Northwestern's Tyler Watson at 160, and Lehighton's Brett Gasker at 220 are all number 2 seeds in the Class 2A bracket. Northern Lehigh's Brendan Smay at 106 and Trevor Amorm at 145, along with Tamaqua's Nate Wickersham at 132 are seeded 3rd. Tamaqua's Caleb Sell at 152, Palmerton's Matt Lalek at 170, and Northern Lehigh's Josh Schaefer at 285 are seeded 4th. Tamaqua's Aaron Cochio at 138, Northwestern's Harrison Bernhardt at 145, Palmerton's Sean Gardner at 160, Lehighton's Richard Frohnheiser at 170, and Alex Ziegenfuss at 182, and Northern Lehigh's Jason Hunter at 220 are all seeded 5th. Now 4 wrestlers will advance to next week's Class 2A Southeast Regional Tournament, so it'll be 12 wrestlers per weight class, but 5 will receive medals at districts, but only 4 will go to next week's Southeast Regional Tournament, which will be at Freedom High School this year, not Wilson Westlawn, which it had been the past several years. In Class 3A, Pleasant Valley's Alex Womack at 160 is seeded 3rd. He's our top area wrestler in Class 3A. Chris Frabel at 195 is 5th seed. Everett Latta at 113 is the number 7 seed, while Josh Griffith at 106 and James Syracuse at 152 are seeded 8th. So 5 wrestlers, though, advanced to regionals from the Class 3A tournament. So the Northeast Regional, which is held at Liberty, is obviously always extremely talented, extremely deep. So many very skilled wrestlers. A lot of really good competition there. So certainly tough road, but you know that those kids have worked really hard all year, and it's great to see them get those kind of higher seeds and position themselves where they might have a chance to advance to regionals next week, which would be great for Pleasant Valley as a program. So, but in addition to the varsity action, we also recently had the Colonial League Junior High Wrestling Tournament, and Northwestern had 3 wrestlers crowned as champions. Dalton Clymer, name might ring a bell, younger brother of the great Clymer wrestling family. Most recently they had Caleb, who won a state title as a senior. Dalton Clymer, Darrington DeCello, and Andrew Spatz all won their weight classes at the annual event, so congratulations to them. We also recently had the District 11 JV tournament. Pleasant Valley's Eddie Artisan turned in the best showing with 3rd place finish at 113 pounds. Isaac Ramos of Palmerton captured a 5th place medal at 132. And then Tamaqua's John Boudet at 170 and Panther Valley's Jordan McCulligan at 220 finished 6th in their respective weight classes. So congratulations to all those guys in the Ray Nunemacher JV tournament. Certainly great for them. Hopefully something that, again, if they're underclassmen, that they can kind of build on that and come back even stronger next year. So definitely, though, a lot to look forward to for wrestling fans at Freedom. Friday night for 2A, and then Friday night will be 3A at Liberty, and then the finals will be back at Liberty on Saturday night. So a lot to look forward to there as far as the wrestling action is concerned. And just to kind of also follow up on we kind of mentioned the Schuylkill League swimming last week and some of the standout performances that we had there, but I did fail to mention Tamaqua diver Ashley Jones, who was second at the Schuylkill League diving competition, which was held on Monday at North Schuylkill because of weather that kind of impacted the schedule. So congratulations to Ashley from Tamaqua, who was second in that event. Great accomplishment. Tamaqua, head coach Jen Paisley, they do a really great job with that program, both boys and girls teams. So always nice to see those kids get rewarded for the amount of time that they put in. I know we mentioned last week about a lot of the individuals for Panther Valley and Marion that they compete without pools, and they don't have a team, and they're kind of going all over the place to make it happen. But I mean, same with Tamaqua though. Even if a situation where they do have a pool, those kids still put in a lot of time in and out of the water, so just to make it happen. But great to see that. So yeah, but kind of a little bit of a rapid fire edition, I guess, of the show this week. But we are on the doorstep of the postseason, so a lot to look forward to, and certainly we'll have many updates once we return next week, hopefully. So that's all for now, but yeah, definitely try to get out and enjoy some of the action, whether it's basketball, wrestling, anything like that. Definitely a lot of stuff going on in and around the area. So if you have a chance, make sure you get out and see it. That's all for this week. I'm Patrick Matsinko. Thanks again for tuning in to TN Sports Chat, presented by Lehigh Valley Health Network.